Alright, what train can we review today? No? Nah. Why? Nah. I really want to review this, but still need more footage. Nah. Nah. Embarrassingly, I forgot to ride this train, so yeah, that's gonna need another trip. No. Ugh, no. Whoa, steady on with what money? Oh, wait a minute, they finished refurbishing the 390s. Hopefully they haven't butchered a train I really enjoyed riding on.
The Class 390 Pendolino is a 9 or 11 car long British and Italian built high-speed train that I've already reviewed more than 4 years ago. But since then, the refurbishment program mentioned in the original review has now been completed, giving me a reason to take a look at these trains once more to see how this train now fares with the improvements. Unlike the previous round 2 video on the Class 458, the 390 is still running the exact same services on the West Coast main line between London, Birmingham, Penrith and Glasgow prior to refurbishment. The Department of Transport was thankfully smart enough to realise that running these trains on the Marston Vale branch would be an issue due to platform lengths and a few other issues too. This makes my life much easier, so to save time going over the basics of the Pendolino again, we'll just jump right into the changes made and see if the 390 has been improved with this refurbishment or not. The first change that you will notice are the brighter displays on the train doors. Whilst they are a pain to record with my camera's refresh rate and the station calling pattern still doesn't scroll, it's at least much easier to see compared to the previous versions. As before, we still have a 2+2 seating arrangement throughout standard class, with seats that are somewhat less saturated in terms of color compared to before. Some people will be curious regards to if the atrocious window alignment has been rectified, to which the answer is obviously no. Good things come to those who wait. I didn't say how long to wait for. These new seats are bigger and have been reported to improve privacy, but unless you have a second job working with GCHQ, I seriously doubt you'd be championing for such a change in the first place, since it's not like everyone is nosy here. At least it's now easier to watch one of Canary Primary's animations without people snooping on me. The seat comfort feels worse than before sadly. You sit more upright, and the cushion is quite firm, making for a more uncomfortable ride in standard class, though the addition of USB and 3-pin charging points at every seat is very much welcomed. During the production of this video, I was informed that the seats here are the exact type used on the Lumo Class 803 units, but those seats are surprisingly comfortable to sit on, helped by them having extra padding on the cushion. So I have no idea what happened here on the 390. Either way, RIP in peace good seats. On the plus side, the refurbishment program has increased the total number of seats on the 11 car trains from 589 seats to 607. This was achieved by reducing the number of first class coaches by 1. The 9 car units still have a capacity of 469 seats, which in case you were curious, is less than a 9 car loco hauled set, which would have roughly 520 seats in comparison. New display screens have also been fitted to the ends of the coaches, that of course were not functional on the day of filming. I'm too lazy to mask anything in place this time. The buffet area has had some minor tweaks to improve space, with prices requiring a loan from onega.com to help afford a sandwich. There's also a water refilling point, which I think is an excellent addition. More trains should give you mineral water at the touch of a button. First class and standard premium, the latter I still don't understand the purpose of, now have different seats fitted too. At least I think they are. It's still a 2+1 seating arrangement with the same miserable window alignment. The seats feel a bit better than standard class, but do not feel like what I would expect from first class in terms of comfort, especially at the prices these are sold at. I'm not expecting Avanti to deliver the service and seat quality that you would expect from Emirates in their first class, but if the previous train types have more comfortable and softer seats, then I have to start asking questions. I'm just glad that we don't have to focus on any other trains. Oh dear. The Class 805 and Class 807 IETs are new 5 or 7 car high-speed bisexual or electric multiple units. These trains were introduced in June and October 2024 respectively, to replace the Class 221 Super Voyagers on the West Coast Main Line, and North Wales Coast Line to Holyhead and to Wrexham. They have also been deployed onto services to Birmingham, Blackpool, and Liverpool, though as of the date of making this video, they have not seen use on services to Manchester or further north of Preston. When comparing them directly to the Voyagers, it seems like passengers are getting a direct upgrade with these trains. The 5-car Super Voyagers have 246 seats whilst the 805 brings that number up to 299, an increase of about 21%. The 7-car 807 has 453 seats, though viewers who have been keeping a close ear will notice that this is still less than the 9 or 11-car Pendolino trains. I also have this overwhelming need to bring up how the old Mark III loco haul train sets still had a higher capacity and a better ride than these trains. Whoops, spoilers. Now it's true that the Super Voyagers had their own fair share of issues, especially when it came to the aforementioned lack of capacity and having seal clubbing diesel engines that were always in use even under the wires, but there were some good things about them. Having 5 engines gives higher levels of redundancy versus the 3 engines the Class 805 has. They were very comfortable to ride on too, with seats that were on par with a pre-refurbishment 390, and of course, their ability to tilt is not only very cool, but it allows them to navigate those precarious curves much faster. Let's have a quick tangent explaining this by using my ultimate example for this issue, Leighton Buzzard. For lack of a better way of wording it, the curve around Leighton Buzzard is the ultimate vibe check for any train wishing to run an intercity service from London on the West Coast Main Line. If your train doesn't tilt, then you are forced to trundle along at 90 miles per hour for the next 2 miles, before being allowed to climb back to 110 miles per hour and beyond. The 390 can tilt it up to 8 degrees, allowing it to remain at 125 miles per hour through the curve. Vibe check passed. The 221 Super Voyager can only tilt to 6 degrees, but that still allows it to run through Leighton Buzzard at 115 miles per hour. Vibe check passed. The IET on the other hand cannot tilt without screaming in Japanese, which means the train has to waste energy slowing down, and then waste more energy speeding up here, and in multiple other locations on all services it runs on the West Coast Main Line. This also means that despite the improved acceleration, the 805 and 807 will almost always be slower than the Super Voyager and Pendolino on these intercity services. It is also a massive kick in the balls to continue to have 5-car trains running intercity services to the likes of Birmingham again. It's quite fascinating that in this environmentally conscious day and age, we still have plenty of industries taking actions that go directly against the mindset of looking after the planet. Something don't look up Drax Power Station's source of biomass. What about the IET's interior then? I just had a quick look around, and I'm not impressed. The issues of seat comfort remain both in first and standard class as these are the same seats fitted to the refurbished Pendolinos. Except now we are on an IET, which has a ride quality on par with a village wicker cart. At least the seating alignment in standard class isn't as crap as the Pendolino is, but this is still a downgrade in terms of ride quality and comfort compared to the Super Voyagers. Screw this, I'm bailing out and jumping to the conclusion. Obviously I don't expect the Victoria Cross for saying that the IET is bad, so I'll just say that their decision was a total miscast for the route, especially at 5 and 7 coaches instead of a more sensible 8 or 9. Whine about how expensive it is to buy a new tilting train all you want, but it's hypocritical spending countless millions upgrading a route for tilting trains, and then not continuing to invest in them in the future. Just give me back my Super Voyager and stick some pantographs on them please. Now back to the 390. Does the refurbishment make the train better or worse than before? My answer is both. It's a simultaneous upgrade and downgrade, as I like the addition of more charging points, improved displays and the hydration station, but the seat comfort takes a massive dump on my enjoyment. It's such a shame since it's a simple thing to fix. Make the seats comfortable, and you have a really good train. But of course that would be too much to ask because lol. Why is that so difficult to manage in this day and age for the UK railway network? Now you know my thoughts on the refurbished 390, as well as the 805s and 807s. Go out there and just try to ride on the West Coast Main Line on a day without any disruption. It may help to have a travel lodge or your local taxi numbers on speed dial for now, just in case.